Good morning. It's morning somewhere. I'm adjusting my microphone, yes. Not adjusting the volume, but like physically adjusting the stand arm and stuff. Good morning. That scared the shit out of me. Partly intentional. Mostly intentional. Welcome to the stream chat room. Good morning. Good morning. I had to work on my uncle grandpa impression so I could do that one bit in the latest video where I said, "Glad I'm not that guy." Which honestly, an uncle grandpa impression is pretty easy to pull off. Of all the impressions that I have tried, which have been like thousands of different characters, Uncle Grandpa's easily one of like top like 50 easiest characters. How we doing this morning? You have to be Patrick, but with a higher pitch? Yeah, a little bit. This music on my end, I don't know about you guys. I can't hear what the stream sounds like, but I picked Skyrim music again because I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. Not like a lot. Like, I play less Skyrim than some people. But I picked it up after like a year of not playing it for a while. I actually just played a character that I had previously. And, I've had some Skyrim music in my head, so I have like 3 different 1-hour Skyrim videos. Skyrim music compilation videos ready to go. Now play Morrowind. I want a Morrowind. I think I'll wait. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but a Morrowind remaster a la Oblivion remaster. I think I'll play the Oblivion remaster as well at some point. Skyrim is very nostalgic to me. It was one of my first PC games. I did not care for Skyrim, I just don't get it. It's very much... I think it's very much just, like, aesthetic for me. Like, just the vibes of the game I really like. Like, I don't... The gameplay, sure, is not very substantial. However, the, I like the vibes, I like the world, I like the lore, I like the characters. I like the visuals, too. I also hadn't played any Elder Scrolls games before that, so Skyrim was my Elder Scrolls game. Have you read the Steven Universe comics? No. However, before we start, we're not doing a soda review. I should mention my birthday was earlier this week, and it was neat. It was cool. I got to go to a Japanese restaurant. It was pretty good. And then I got this. I'll turn my webcam on. This is like the coolest fucking gift that I got for my birthday. Webcam. Hello, chat room. Look at this thing. It's a fucking branded shirt. Hell yeah. I wish it didn't have this. I wish it didn't have the little logo. I wish I could like scrub that off somehow just so it would just be straight up the Steven Universe shirt. It's official. It came with stickers, too. I don't know where to put the stickers, and I don't know where the stickers are. I love Hardee's. Hell yeah. Hardee's or Carl's Jr. if you're out west. Yeah, it's a Steven Universe shirt. If I ever do a panel at a convention, I'll wear this. I've had that on my mind. I don't know what I would do. If I did a panel at a convention, it would just be like one of these streams, but it would be me on stage. I don't know how that would go though, because it would just be me talking. I'd have to have like a few friends. Which is the webcam? Have they ever made blue or black variants? I am unsure. I didn't buy this. Again, it's my mom who watches my videos bought this shirt for me for my birthday because she knew this has been like a whole year. Like quite literally like a whole year of Gemology. Isn't that crazy? At Christmas time it'll be exactly a year because the first episode was Christmas. Thank you, Ms. Source Mom. Thank you, if she is listening right now. I should team up with the guy who goes to cons with the replica of Greg's van. Dude, if I could find one of those Dodge Tradesman vans, I would totally get it wrapped to be Greg's van. Also, we got Say Uncle to go over today. Christmas is this Friday? No, it's Thursday. The hell? No, Boxing Day is Friday. Also, I'm gonna complain about. I got a lot of things to complain about in this episode. This moment, the fucking you should get this checked out twice a year. You should get this polished twice a year. It's a joke about teeth. It's a joke about the dentist. It's not. There's. It's such a reach to get to like, oh, it's diamonds. You gotta polish a diamond twice a year. Even though the recommendation is get a diamond polished once a year. Once or twice. Where teeth is specifically get it polished, get your teeth cleaned twice a year. Time to analyze full Uncle Grandpa. If I run out of Steven Universe content, I might. I could do that. I'm not. No. If I run out of Steven Universe content entirely, it'll be Adventure Time, I'm sure. There's a lot to talk about in Adventure Time. Grandpology for April Fools. I mean, there's so many... Okay, here's the thing, is that April Fools lands on a Wednesday, which is Gemology Day. I could do so many different things. It'll be ridiculous if I don't know what. I don't know, I have so many things that I could do, is what I'm trying to say. It would be kind of funny if I, like, it's a video, it's gonna be, like, whatever episode that I'm on that day, and you click on it, it's like, oh, it's gonna be a bait and switch, it's gonna be something stupid, and then it's just Gemology, and everyone's just waiting for, like, the punchline of it being an April Fool's video. But it's just regular. I think that would be the ultimate April Fool's prank. But now that I've said it, I can't do it. I can't, like, if I say my idea for a joke video, I'm not going to be able to publish it. At least not on April Fool's. Like, I could do that, like, at some other point. Have a bait and switch video, like, on a different day. From Uncle Grandpa, I like the most intro have good music. I'm gonna guess that English is not your first language, so I will give you a pass. But, I don't even know the Uncle Grandpa intro. Like I said in the video, I've only seen like 3 episodes of Uncle Grandpa in total. Drop the actual Gemology video on the first and then the joke video on the second. Just like Say Uncle. That would be a big brain move. Did they reanimate this shot? I think they didn't. I think this is just straight up reused clip. I don't see why they would have. I don't know what the tells are. I think the like background, the stools, you got the old backgrounds and stuff. I don't see why they would have reanimated it. These are like the old stools. I'm still hearing the Skyrim. I'm gonna be hearing Skyrim music in my sleep. What do we even talk about in this episode? Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna turn my light off in the room. It's like evening. I don't know about you guys, but when it gets to like evening time in my office, I only have a like table lamp on. I don't have the big light on. It doesn't it doesn't have any impact on the stream. It's just a little bit easier to look at the monitors in a darker room. We need a full Stool lore video after Gemology Future is over. We'll have like a Stool timeline like compilation. So I got a request in a comment a few videos ago to, once season 1 is done, to just kind of make it, to edit them all, stitch them all together into one big, like, couple hour long video. I don't know how many hours all of season 1 of Gemology would be in a video, but I think I will do that. Supercut, yeah. Did Uncle Grandpa animators also work on this episode? I don't think they did. From what I remember, I think it was just Steven Universe staff. And they used, like, the show Bible from Uncle Grandpa, you know, model sheets and stuff. Which Uncle Grandpa had. Ironically, Uncle Grandpa has, and and Steven Universe doesn't. It does look pretty consistent. I think it is just... I can't be sure, though. From what I remember hearing previously is that it was just the Steven Universe writers and animators working on it. I'm gonna guess that they probably, like, contracted the same animation studios, though, overseas. I'm not an Uncle Grandpa hater, he's just not my cup of tea. That's kind of the same boat I'm in. I don't know if I was, like, too clear about that in the episode, in the video. I just, I think the episode is fine. I think it's funny. But, like, the show itself is kind of... I don't know. It's not for me. If I was, like, a really little young kid, then I probably would have enjoyed it. If I was, like, 7 to 10 years old, I would have liked this show. But this show was on when I was, like, a teenager. And I didn't mind this kind of humor as a teenager. It's just, I'd rather be watching fucking Adventure Time or Steven Universe or whatever. Steven Universe did have extensive model sheets and show Bibles. My thing is that I complain about a lot is that they never had a lineup. You know, they never had, like, a height reference for characters. Like, at least you're never able to find one that exists for Steven Universe. Like, in other shows, you'd have model sheets where it's a lineup of a bunch of different, like, main and side characters, so you can they would always be consistent heights. And as far as I know, Steven Universe didn't have one of those. They were just loose with it. Yeah, a little bit to a fault. I think it's okay. I mean, for a cartoon, I don't mind them being loose, but if it's, like, too loose to the point where characters are totally wrong heights and stuff, then it just gets... It's so noticeable, it's distracting. Man, again, this music is loud on my end. I gotta bring it... I'll bring it down and then, ooh, it's too down. I'll leave it as is on the stream. The closest thing we have to actual defined heights is the Save the Lights sprites. Even then, it's a little exaggerated. Isn't, like, Steven in that one, like, really short? I don't know. Let me look that up. What do the sprites look like into that video game? Steven is kind of like, his head is bigger than, proportionally bigger in the game. I think all the heads are a little bit chibi. It's unfortunate that you still can't buy that game. Unless I can go find, like, a used copy for a fucking Switch or something. You can't buy it on PC anymore. Everyone is super chibi. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Why is he sleeping in this? What the hell? I don't even know what to look at in this episode. I feel like this stream is going to be, like, less than an hour because I'm going to run out of shit to say. Listen, chat, if it's okay with you, and I run out of shit to talk about and run out of shit to fucking to do about this episode, I'm gonna boot up Project Zomboid and I'm gonna play Project Zomboid on stream. I've had the desire to do that. I might do some, like, actual Twitch streaming, because I'm on my Christmas break for the foreseeable future for 2 weeks. The only way to play it on PC is to ask Jack Sparrow. That's true. What was I gonna say? The way I found it, I'm having struggle busing to run it on my computer because I am on Linux, and, you know, running Windows games on Linux can be a pain. You have to run it through, like, Wine or Proton or whatever. The way I got it, though, it's just free on the Internet Archive. If you do some digging on the Internet Archive, archive.org, you can find the light games. Do I have a Gemsona? I never really got into, like, OCs based on TV show. In fact, I've been wanting to, like, get good at drawing for quite a while. And I finally, like, bought an online, like, video course to do that. Because I want to draw. It's just, drawing's fun as hell, and I just, like, never learned the proper, what do you call it? The proper, like, theory, I suppose. They got taken down from the Internet Archive? There's no way. They're still there. Hold on. I had a link saved. No, I had a link on my website on sourcemaster.net. Not Sourmaster, sourcemaster.net. Do you guys know I have a website and an FAQ page? It's still here, chat. What the hell are you talking about? I'm looking at it right now. Drawing is fun. I've been doing a lot of, like, more practice drawing and shit. Since I got this course, I've been watching, like, one of the videos. They're really, like, bite-sized videos, but it's almost 30 hours of stuff. Yeah, go to my website, sourcemaster.net/FAQ. There's a fucking link to this exact page. I knew I had it saved. Also, I like the Star Wars poster aesthetic they had going on here. I guarantee it was Star Wars that started this style with, like, main character in the background and then different size characters, or main character in the front and then different size characters in the background as you go back. Also, if you if you want to find the entirety of actual Steven Universe on Internet Archive, you have to search Esteban Universidad. It's all there. It's just under a different name. There's 3 of them. Yeah, that was definitely those. Save the Light and Unleash the Light were on that page. What's the other one? Attack the Light? That was just like an iPhone Android game. I think Android games are a lot easier to save and freaking what was I gonna say? A lot easier to save and then share because you could just pack them into an APK file. Games have fascinating lore that I've only ever read about. Yeah, there's so many characters supposedly canon to the show as well. Attack the Light was a buggy mess. Damn. They're supposed to be level 2 canon so they can be considered a real lore. So it's a lore, but insignificant to the show lore. I don't like Belly Bag. I think Belly Bag is kind of strange. Of all the things in Uncle Grandpa, Belly Bag is all weird. What the fuck, a Sunday? I've done streams on Sunday before. Relax. Take a chill pill. Relax! Sorry. You forget about Belly Bag because, Belly Bag doesn't talk for, entire scenes at a time. And then when he does talk, it's always jarring because you, forget that he exists. Because he's there in every shot where Uncle Grandpa is there. Because that's not just a fanny pack. That's a fucking character on his, strapped to him. Why didn't you start Gemology a few weeks late so you could release the Christmas episode on actual Christmas? What? I'm lost on that question. I also you overestimate my ability to plan ahead. Holy shit, I gotta look at every Pearl frame, every frame of Pearl in this whole episode. Why do we have twerking amethyst in the bottom left? I don't know. There's also dancing amethyst in the top right. I can put more. I can just have a whole border of funny GIFs. Every Pearl frame is a painting. Isn't that a YouTube channel, Every Frame a Painting? I'm just gonna skim through every shot that I see Pearl in. I love this. I don't know. This one's one of my favorites. I zoomed in on this one in the video. This also, you can tell this isn't canon because these shots break the Steven's point of view rule. I mean, I don't know. Pizza Steven is here. We got Pizza Steven. She looks like a fish in this one. I don't know what it is. This is our new home. Dee Dee really did an amazing job in this episode. I agree. It seems like... I don't know. It seems like Amethyst and Garnet's voice actresses just phoned it in a little bit. It really... It seemed like Amethyst's lines were like a first take. In all honesty. And I think Pearl's voice actress was like really into it. She was like, this is funny. I'm going to put like 1,000% of my energy into this. She also got the most of the crystal gems. She got the most lines in the episode. I mean, aside from Steven. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Funny Pearl faces. I think it's pretty in character. I think Pearl's like really in character. They really did just like make the gems react realistically to some like crazy... I don't know how... Oh, she's dead. This is like, what, 2 frames of her with like X's for eyes? I've never seen that. I want to see Uncle Grandpa on trial. Did they do that as an episode at one point? Just like on trial for something stupid, you know? Uncle Grandpa, you have been charged with running a stop sign. And there's like a cutaway gag with him like running into a stop sign and like crashing into it. I don't know. Do they do cutaways in that show? I don't fucking know. I feel like I had this idea at one point, like long before I ever got to say Uncle, like, I'm gonna watch Uncle Grandpa start to finish. And then I realized that I had like 6 seasons. And I'm like, no thanks. It had 6. Uncle Grandpa, IMDb. It had 153 episodes. Steven Universe, on the other hand, had 155 episodes. Not including Future. Good lord. It's a comedy show. Yeah, they have no limit. That's true. They didn't have to like wrap it up at any point because they could just like crank out an episode that had no cohesive ties to anything. Is there a storyline? I don't think there was. Again, it's I can't like talk about Uncle Grandpa because I know next to nothing about it other than the fucking characters' names. Surely there's only so much comedy you can make. I don't think that's quite true. That's like saying the same thing about music. Like, there's surely all the music has been made already. Surely all of the paintings have been painted. All of the books have been written by now. That's just not the case. That'll never be the case. The, the creator of Uncle Grandpa posted a fan drawing of Uncle Grandpa shooting himself. Is it a fan drawing if it's the creator? Hold on. I think I saw that image when I was doing some... Yeah. Oh yeah, this is official. Bad morning. I don't know. This drawing is fucking funny to me. Okay. That's official. That's like official artwork, by the way. That's not... You can't call it a fan drawing because it's the creator. That guy also created Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, which was like the... Uncle Grandpa did like a backdoor pilot in that show. Like, Uncle Grandpa was a character way before Uncle Grandpa got a show. Whoa, there's a Pepino like version of Uncle Grandpa shooting himself. I can't like say the phrase Uncle Grandpa shooting himself without like keeping a straight face. There's absolutely no way. Nobody talks about this pearl form. Rebecca's not safe for work art is official too. No, because she drew Ed, Edd n Eddy art, and she was not the creator or ever worked on Ed, Edd n Eddy. Unless you're talking about something else that I don't know about. Pearl and Greg making out? Is that not safe for work? Why? Greg and Opal. That's I don't even know about half this stuff. I think Rebecca Sugar is a very strange person. Lots of respect. I like her writing, but in terms of like choices like that, it's a little bit weird. Not to say I wouldn't stoop low enough to make porn art for fun. I had this discussion. I have a few friends who are artists, and it's like if you ever made money, if you got like commissioned to make fucking like Rule 34 shit, and you got good at it, would you ever make it to gratify yourself? And I had a friend say, probably not. And I would have to agree. Like, that seems like weird and kind of egotistical, maybe. I can't really complain about being egotistical because I listen to my own videos. I listen to my own stream VODs as well. Everyone sell gay, furry, not safe for work art right now. If I did that, I would probably be doing it under an alias. I could be doing it under an alias right now, but I also just got done talking about how I'm not great at drawing yet. It's fun, but I gotta learn the fucking theory. Series of not safe for work art made by the SpongeBob staff. Do you guys know about the Disney Vault? Have I talked about the I think I've talked about the Disney Vault on stream before. There's this thing about animators and artists working at Disney, that when they're like under contract for something, like all of their art that they work on is, first of all, it's kept. They don't delete anything. Second of all, it's all owned by Disney. Like if they draw something on Disney property and they're under contract that they're working on something, Disney owns that art. So there's these jokes. I don't know how true it is, but there's this idea that there's like a vault of like officially drawn Disney pornography. I'd rather raid the Valve vault and get the Team Fortress 2 TV show. The storyboards for that. There was like 9 episodes of that show storyboarded, and it never came. It was going to be on Adult Swim, and it never happened because Valve was like, "Oh, we're going to work on our own time." No, not safe for work. Club Penguin stuff. Unfortunate for all those Club Penguin freaks out there. I don't know about this. This Steven face is really strange to me. Why no music? There's music. It's very. I have it set really low. Yeah, where did his teeth go? They like reappear in the next frame. They're there in a previous frame. I think this is an animation error, actually. Like, this is supposed to be drawn in white, and then it's just drawn in... It's drawn in mouth-colored. Inside mouth-colored. Because they didn't put the funny lines there. Boomerang-ass mouth. This is a reference to Boomerang. It's not. Okay, chat, how many of you still don't believe me that this joke with him saying you gotta get this polished twice a year is not foreshadowing? How many of you believe me? Or do you still believe that this is foreshadowing? It's not. It's not. Steven grew a mustache and shaved it between frames. That's like a reverse mustache. I believe you. Thank you. It's a dentist joke. It's a joke about dentist. I believe anything you say. Okay, the moon is made of cheese, the earth is flat and hollow, and lizard people exist and they're running the government, and the lizard people are growing a giant dragon egg in the center of the flat earth, and then they're gonna hatch it and it's gonna explode, and we're gonna all ascend to Valhalla. But like not like Norse mythology Valhalla. I'm talking about like fucking Marvel Thor Valhalla from the Marvel movies. What does Valhalla... I don't fucking know anything about Marvel, man. Could humanity live without the moon? Probably not, because the moon does a lot of... I feel like you could adapt given enough time. But the moon has such an effect on like wind and weather and the tides that it would take some... You'd have like ridiculous climate change over the course of like a year. Other gems also need to be polished, so I always just took it as a gem care joke. Yeah. But I think the idea was like, people were saying like, they say quartz countertops, you don't have to polish those. But that's like a countertop. That's not like a gemstone. I think any gemstone would be good getting polished twice a year. Is there like a minute... I'm going to take my gum out. Is there like a minute physics or like a XKCD what if video about like if there's no moon, like how long, like what would happen over the course of like 10 years or whatever? Probably a Vsauce. I don't think... Well, Vsauce is in the kind of... Vsauce videos are way more abstract than XKCD what if. I think that's kind of the best example that I have. Because I know they have... XKCD has a video about, like, what if the sun... No, what if the Earth stopped moving? As of more recently... Now that I think about it, Vsauce did have a video about what if the Earth stopped moving, but then more recently he's had much more abstract stuff. I love this joke. Don't worry, kid, I'm wearing a helmet. I also think about that YouTube poop where he Uncle Grandpa says, "Are you forming a three-way? Can we join two?" And then he says, "Don't worry, kid, I'm wearing protection." It's funny. Why do I just randomly watch hyper-educational videos out of nowhere? Because education good, and there are very, very good educational videos on YouTube. Steven Juniverse, that's the one. There is a Kurzgesagt video about the moon slowly over a year on a collision course with Earth. I do like that one. That's not like if the moon suddenly disappeared, though. I wish there was one of those. Maybe they will. That's like wish list for whatever fucking science channels that I'm subscribed to. Which I would say at least like 30% of the channels I'm subscribed to are like science channels. Like Nile Red, XKCD, Vsauce, periodic videos, all those. Educational videos about geology and color theory using Minecraft. I think I've seen those. I'm not subscribed to that person, but I think I know what you're talking about. Also recommend Peridot's low-budget gem pornography saga. Is that like Peridot's Audition? Is that what that is? I'll do a Gemology on Pornhub where I talk about Peridot's Audition. I'm not going to do that. I know fucking Saber Spark did that once, and he got a channel strike because he had a link to Pornhub in his description, and you cannot do that on YouTube. That's real. There was like a Saber Spark. He did some kind of review of some animated pornography show or whatever. I don't know what it was. I've just heard this story. Peridot accidentally showing an actual IRL gemstone being picked up with tongs. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I see. It's like that joke they did in fucking Gumball with the banana character. I don't remember his name. Like watching some guy peeling an orange. MK Atwood Steven Universe videos were peak. I can agree with that. Is she here? Like, Does MK Atwood still exist is what I'm trying to ask. Like, on the internet. She retired from YouTube. Banana Joe. Okay, that's his name. I don't know. She does exist on Tumblr, but hasn't touched YouTube since Future's ending. I feel like if I if I ever disappeared, I don't think I could disappear from YouTube. If I did, it would probably be like this channel being abandoned, and then like I would secretly start another channel without telling anybody. In fact, if I start posting onto other channels, I'm not telling anybody. And I'm gonna see if I can brute force the algorithm into getting into giving me views. Also, Amethyst is on backwards right here, judging by her hands. She works in the animation industry. Interesting to think that a YouTube person can get a job. I always hear about YouTubers who like fall from grace and then they don't have the ability to like work a real job anymore because all they knew was YouTube. I think it's mostly mostly applies to people who got they started YouTube when they were like they could have entered the job market in like any normal at the age most other people would enter the job market, and those people went to YouTube. And then they lose their popularity and lose their YouTube revenue. And they can't hold a job. I'm thinking like Boogie, you know? Like Boogie 2988 cannot is like kind of definitely fallen from grace. J Station? Why do I know J Station? I don't know the 3 a.m. guys doing real estate. Interesting. YouTube knows what I want. It gives me Gemology the day before it comes out. That's because I set the video to as a premiere the day before they come out, and then it publishes it to everybody. It sends it to subscribers. Implying Boogie once possessed Grace. I think there was a point, at least that I can remember, where Boogie was like a respected YouTube man with like good takes and good videos and all that. Like post what do you call it? Who was his character? Like post that, he did like a vlog at a certain point, and then he got like his head full of himself. I don't know. Francis, that's the one. Boogie's Francis persona has more dignity than modern Boogie. That is kind of sad. What's the phrase? Like, you either die a hero or you watch yourself, you live long enough to become the villain. Okay, hold on. Chat room. You gotta watch this little like 1 second clip of fake Smash Bros. This animation is so fucking good that it like it replicated like these Smash moves. I don't know, man. This is like real. Someone studied, some fucking storyboard artist or animator or whatever studied like Smash frame data and like knows all of these things. Hopper wrecked Tiny Miracle. I don't know who's playing who, but wait, who's plugged into which? Uncle Grandpa's Tiny Miracle. That actually makes sense. Uncle Grandpa's Tiny Miracle because he's plugged into player 2 slot, even though that's on a fucking GameCube. That's the save card slot. It's not a PlayStation 1. That's the save card slot. What are they, crazy? That doesn't make sense that Steven is playing a fake Steven Universe character and Uncle Grandpa is playing an Uncle Grandpa character. That just makes too much sense. Hopper gets up from a roll too quickly. That is true. There's like no... Unless that's like the side B. The side B is like you roll and then you dodge and then do a little tongue attack. I don't know. I feel like the only point where I'm going to ever consider purchasing a Switch 2 is if they announce a Smash Brothers for it. Because I do like... That's like the one Nintendo game that I would buy at full price, I think. I'm not going to... Okay, Cortez Reborn. See you later. I'm not going to Merry Christmas. That's only legal in Massachusetts. Taxachusetts. This is like... They should have made a fidget spinner out of this thing. Multiverses? They could have... Did Multiverses get shut down? Did that happen? I wish these sandwiches were a thing. Cursed object. I had a cursed hoagie in a D&D campaign once. I had a sandwich that was I had an orc cleric, a half orc cleric. And he found a like sub sandwich that was cursed. But it was like it wasn't too bad. It was like stuck to his hand. He couldn't put it down. And then when he took a bite out of it, it would like extend on the other end, and it would just be like an endless sandwich. And I think a dragon ate it. Fidget spinner sub would certainly be a big and popular meal around the mid-2010s. They should have done this. I'm telling you, fucking Subway or Jimmy John's should have done this. Also, Amethyst just vibing. This is an Ed, Edd n Eddy drawing. It feels like. Also, Pearl's doing the hand thing. Trying to describe D&D sessions is like trying to describe dreams. Yeah, if you don't write them down in like a cohesive story, it's nightmarish. Fidget spinners were popular for 3 months in 2017. I got a fidget spinner that I have one fidget spinner that I ever owned. That yes, I got in 2017 within that like 3-month span. That was like the shortest like fad toy that I've ever had, that I've ever encountered. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys remember silly bands. Do you guys remember silly bands? That had to be like banned from schools because there were kids putting so many on their wrists that they were like cutting the circulation off to their hands, and they were like fucking losing all the sensitivity to their fingers. My type of sub, footlong toasted with chicken, mayo, cucumber, salt, pepper on a white bread. My go-to Subway sandwich is tuna, provolone cheese, lettuce, cucumbers, pickles, and then ranch. Because I'm a fucking Midwesterner. It's like a fish veggie sandwich, basically. Back in my day, we had slap bracelets, the real ones. Oh yeah, the ones with fucking metal inside that if the plastic came undone, then it would lacerate you if you slapped it too hard. Those were classic. Also, Garnet doing the fucking Macarena to summon her. Do you see this? Am I the first? Why is she doing the Macarena to summon her gauntlets? Do people just not how to do it? What, slap bracelets? I don't know. There are people who are dumb enough that they don't know these things. Pepperoni, salami, tomatoes, cucumbers, and pickles. They look at you funny when you ask for your sandwich dry. I used to not get dressing on the same sandwich that I said I ordered. I don't know, like cucumbers and pickles already have a lot of moisture. Oh, but I have a friend, a previous roommate even, and he would make these sandwiches with like salami and cheese and like no mayo or butter or anything. Like no sort of dressing. I'm like, why do you eat a sandwich that's so dry? And he says with a straight face, like, it's not dry, it has cheese. It's not dry, it has cheese. Like cheddar cheese. What do you talk about? It's not dry. What the heck? That's like the most. Was so absurd. It stuck with me for so long. So I was doing a lot of sibilance into my microphone. Something about Pearl's stance is funny. She's like not even looking. Amethyst is looking at him. Garnet's looking at him. Pearl's looking off into some. She's like a little high right now. Default Pearl pose. She's A-posing, yeah, like in Team Fortress 2. Crystal gems. I don't know. Amethyst didn't get like a lot of... Pearl really stole this episode. She stole the show here. Pearl is remembering. Oh, she's saying why because she tripped over the Y. I get it. I get it. I get it. I didn't get that before. I get it now. I thought she just tripped over the word, not like I thought, oh, she's just going to trip over like A and no, she trips over the Y specifically and then she says, "Why?" I get it. I feel like I do need to try watching this episode on some sort of substance. Take some Benadryls. I don't have any like illegal cannabis or anything like that. People take Benadryls recreationally. I think that would fucking terrify me. I get weird when I take a Benadryl for like a cold or if I have like allergies. They give me really fucking weird dreams. They're like cool weird though. I don't get like night terrors. I don't get nightmares or night terrors because I don't. There's nothing I'm really afraid of. The one thing I'm afraid of, I've said this before, like any like irrational fear or whatever, not like a diagnosable phobia, but I don't like black holes. Like black holes in media kind of freak me out. It's literally the fact that it's like an unfathomable object that just breaks laws of physics and stuff like that. Your conventional like knowledge of the universe just doesn't work inside a black hole. No, not dark gray dot. I'm not scared of that. But talk about in the game Elite Dangerous. Just for the hell of it, it's a space sim, like space Euro Truck Simulator, basically. So you get in a spaceship, you can fly around like a scale, procedurally generated version of the Milky Way galaxy in a massively multiplayer world. And there are systems with black holes in them. So I go to a system with a black hole, and I am like, where is it? And I start flying toward like where my little fucking compass map indicator thing shows where it is. And I fly right by it, and it's like this lensing effect. You can't see the like fucking black part of it. It's like the gravitational lensing, and I flew right by it, and it freaked me out. It was crazy. That should be a game. It is a game. It's called Elite Dangerous. It's literally what I'm talking about right now. Euro Truck Simulator in space. But there's other stuff. You can do like fucking combat and mining and stuff. But I do Truck Simulator because it's fun. Have I played Space Engine? No. I've heard of it, and I've played Universe Sandbox. Back in my day, back when I was a little kid, there was this program called Celestia. I think it still exists. Celestia. Yeah. Real-time 3D visualization of space. There's a Linux version. Ooh. I might want to do this someday just on stream for fun. I won't install it right now, but is Celestia My Little Pony thing? Yeah, I think there is a character named Celestia in that, but let me see if I can find it. Oh, I clicked on Google Images and it is the pony. This thing. I'll show you wikipedia.org. This fucking thing. Get out of here. Donate later. Close this. 2001 it existed, and I remember using it way back in the day. My dad installed it on like the family computer. And it was really cool. Let's see what this... You could like fly around and look at planets and stuff. It was like really advanced for its time. Looking at like this program basically like really got me into like astronomy and just like being obsessed with space and all that. There's a YouTuber, Venera13, who has a long-running series where he plays Space Engine and just explores random systems and yaps about stuff he's knowledgeable about. This program, this Celestia, is like kind of the precursor to Space Engine and Universe Sandbox and all that. I will remind you to post that because I do want to see that at some point. Elite Dangerous is cool as well. I've talked about it on stream before, and I've talked about how it's got like the best sound design in any video game. Like you're in a spaceship. You're in a faster than light spaceship, which is inherently like not realistic. But the sound effects are so believable. It sounds like a spaceship. I don't know what a spaceship sounds like, but I feel like Elite Dangerous gets close. Wondering how advanced space exploration in Steven Universe is in Steven Universe without Russia being there. What if there was a Cold War? What if Russia's nukes just went off? China can take over as America's rival, then you would have fallout. Europe is still there. I like this Amethyst face. I don't know. Amethyst had good faces. Nobody paid attention. Nobody paid attention to her because she was quiet this episode. European Russia still exists, but not the Siberia part. That's true. You would still have most... population-wise, you still have most of Russia. Humans kind of do nothing in Steven Universe. I've thought about that the same way, too. It's... Especially when fans talk about it, it's like... They don't... Like, humans have guns, and people don't... consider that, like, humans have been fighting shit for the past, like... What, 60,000 years? We've been throwing spears at shit as a species. And the fact that Sadie can take down a gem monster with a stick, a wooden spear, is... Like, humans in this world are kind of shitty, right? Her tiny nose is what gets me in this one. They had to make her nose tiny so they could make her mouth really fucking big. What if humans were created by gems? Isn't the lore that gems are only like 20,000 years old? What if gems were created by humans? Like ancient humans? I think if Von Dell is still here, he would know because he's researched the like art books and stuff. And as the same like problem that I do, like I wish the gems were like millions of years old and not just fucking like a few thousand years old. Humans as a species are older than the gems, yeah. They just ignore humans for the plot's sake. Which sucks, because, like, the whole point of Steven existing as a character... Look at this fucking crack. The whole point of Steven existing as a character is that he's, like, the cross between gems and humans, and then the show never focuses on the human side. And when it does focus on the human side, it's, like, bad. It's, like, not interesting. I don't know how else to describe it, but whenever Steven does, like, townie shit, the townie shit, it never feels like it's both. if that makes sense. Like the few times in season 1 where you had like Faribo with like gem stuff, Faribo, or even, as much as I hate to say it, even Onion Trade, where you had gem magic interacting with the townies. They didn't do any of that in later seasons. Uncle Grandpa packing ass is well established in Uncle Grandpa lore. It's easy to take over planets of non-sapient animal life. I think that's why, I think the implication of why they're intergalactic is because of like the I should rephrase that. The implication is that like life is in the universe is not common at all. Like perhaps in the Milky Way galaxy there's like 20 or 30 planets with life in total. And to like create more gems, they'd have to search out these planets with life, and they would have used up the ones in their galaxy, so they'd have to expand to ones in other galaxies, you know? It's the Fermi paradox. Yeah, massive armies and military stuff. Like, yeah, who are they fighting? Why are there these armies? Why do you need soldiers? Like, you have guards, sure, for like the occasional rambunctious off color who wants to like stir the pot a little bit. But why do you have court soldiers? Why do you have these armies? You don't need a whole military command hierarchy to deal with a bunch of non-sapient beings. That's what I'm saying. Like a couple ruby fusions with flamethrowers, like 4 of those, give them enough time, they could like take over a whole planet, right? You don't need armies to take over a planet full of like fucking trees and animals. Can't the diamonds just do their light beams or something? Well, that doesn't seem to work on organic life. Why are her eyes so big? Fucking dinner plate eyes. I'm hoping Lars of the Stars wish list, we're going to find out why the armies are there. I feel like that's since they didn't have a very long season 5 to work with. My cat showed up. Hold on. Come here, kitty. Since they didn't have a very long season 5 to work with, they had to, or they didn't have a season 6. They got canceled in season 5. So they didn't have a lot of time to explore, like, the whole like gem hierarchy and armies and feudalism and stuff like that. There's got to be a proto gem too. I feel like the proto gems had to have created the gems as a weapon, but then the proto gem, that species died off before they could use the diamonds and the gems as weapons. So the diamonds just had this like instinct. They were born with this instinct to like create armies, maybe. That's my headcanon. My antagonist will be male gems. Made by the Sneeple. The male diamond. Fucking black diamond. I said if it's like black diamond, I'm gonna fucking flip a table. Like Pearl and Amethyst are freaking out and Garnet's just just could not care less. She's like she said in the episode, I'm ready for this episode to end. She's just done with it all. Giant realistic flying tiger. Intelligent life must have existed in some colony. I agree. There had to have been other like intelligent spacefaring species out there. Maybe not spacefaring necessarily, but an alien invasion. We've all seen an alien invasion movies, right? Independence Day, stuff like that. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of alien resources, unless you got like a fucking Death Star. In which case, you just blew up the planet and you didn't get any of the resources. Dexter, Dee Dee, Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup, Ed, Eddie, Billy, Mandy, Mac, Juniper, SWAT Cats. The one show, actually 2 shows, on this list I have not watched is Juniper Lee and SWAT Cats. I don't know anything about those shows. Honestly I knew so little about Juniper Lee that I thought Juniper Lee was a fucking Disney show. Do any of these Uncle Grandpa crossovers actually exist? No. Someone was saying they could have done a Clarence one because Clarence was next. Has anyone seen SWAT Cats? Do I need to like watch that show and then make a video about it since fucking nobody knows what it is, it seems? Maybe thinking about American Dragon. Yeah, that's the one there are 2 shows that were so similar in premise, where it's like magical world and this character's like the guardian that has to like interact with the magical world and be the bridge or whatever. And I don't know. I did enjoy American Dragon Jake Long. That was an enjoyable show. That had a weird like art retcon after a season. It also had a lot of that show happened before Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it had a lot of fucking voice actors from that show. Like Jake Long was voiced by fucking Zuko, right? Like I forget his name. And then his love interest / arch rival was voiced by the same voice actress as Katara. Both of them had a talking gray dog. Oh yeah, the dog was voiced by fucking what's his name? John DiMaggio. I love that guy. DiMaggio? Dante Bosco, okay. Juniper Lee is female Jake Long without dragon transformation. I gotta watch Juniper Lee at some point. I don't know. I just know it exists. I've I've seen enough like fucking screenshots. I don't know any of the characters' name other than Juniper Lee. The next person in the list is a person named Clapper, not Clarence. It just looks like Clarence because it's obstructed. What? Hello? Clapper. Fucking Clapper. Claptrap. There was also a show called Shaolin Showdown. I'm looking that up. I'm Googling that right now. I have seen these characters before. I have never seen this show. I've just seen the yellow circle head child person. Is it a child? I don't know. Okay, I like this. I like this drawing. This is funny. Shaolin Showdown was, I want to say, WB. I think that's before, like, all the WB, like, WB Kids ended up moving to Cartoon Network. Because Cartoon Network existed without, like, a lot on there. And for some reason, they had both. They had two different kids' channels at the same time when it was still Turner Media. Is it weird that I've never heard of American Dragon? Not too weird. It was a pretty old show at this point. It definitely wasn't something that I watched on TV when I was a kid. I think it was only rerunning, and even then I didn't watch a lot of Disney Channel until like Phineas and Ferb. Oh yeah, Kim Possible. I did watch that on TV. I do remember that one. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I do remember it being on TV. More pearl faces. Do we have an anatomical dissection of Uncle Grandpa's head or something? I just want to know what parts are soft and which parts are hard. We're not doing that. We're not. It's Uncle Grandpa. That's just, he's built different. We can look up. Let's look up his like skull. I'm sure they drew his fucking skull at one point. Here we go. This is the closest we're gonna get, chat. You can see his fucking chin. I think this is a bone. I think it's mostly a bone. You'll have to look up this fucking video on YouTube. Find the episode. I'm not playing clips on stream because I'm gonna get my computer's gonna fucking explode because YouTube's gonna send a virus to it that makes it explode. For copyright infringement. Uncle Grandpa is solid and cold like a porcelain doll. I feel like he'd be more made of wood. He's like a painted wood carving or something. That's the vibes I always got, at least. Will chat accept links or will it throw me into the sun? I should be able to see links. I don't know. If it doesn't show up, then I guess not. YouTube filtering has been weird. You know that there's another guy doing an episode by episode review of Steven Universe 2, and I tried to get in contact with him by sending my Discord my Discord username to him to do some like collaboration in the future for I don't know what yet, but I tried to post a fucking my Discord username and it just YouTube kept fucking hiding it. It was weird. Hell yeah, 2 cakes. I think only mods can send actual clickable links. That's weird. He seems nice. I don't think that style of video is just not for me. I don't know. It's I can't see the link. I don't know. I have live chat set too. I'm looking at all the chat messages that are supposedly coming through. Community moderation. Can I like change this? Posts, block words, link. URLs and hashtags are blocked in live chat messages. Okay, you can't, I can't change that apparently. Oh, you just put spaces. Okay, let me see. There's the link. Unfortunate that I cannot, that I can't pull that off. Let's try this. Oh, that's so many fucking spaces I gotta erase now. Okay, it's not that many spaces. Enjoy this giant realistic flying tiger. There we go. Okay, here's thank you Gum Skylord for this image. We can do an anatomical study of Uncle Grandpa's face now. We can cross-reference it to if I like try to line it up, we can like switch between layers. So it's mostly bone. He doesn't really have a separate jaw too. Like his whole skull is one bone. Most of it is skeletal, yeah. That's not like a flesh lump. That's just like, you know what it is? He's got the headphone crease. His head probably was like large and round at some point, and he had gamer headphones on, and he got the gamer crease in his skull. How does he move his mouth? He's magic. That's how. He's got. It's the gamer crease. Let me see if I can find a. Hold on, like Tyler 1. Tyler 1. This fucking, it's okay. This might be. This is mostly photoshopped, but okay, this is the non-photoshopped version. I'll actually pull up both because they're funny. Okay, this is the... I can't zoom into it because this is Reddit. This is the gamer crease, right? That's just... there's like this little thin layer of like fleshy fat on your head. That's not actually his skull that's damaged or anything. But this will go back to normal. No, this is Tyler 1. This is not me. I have this for my glasses, like at the back of my head, where the ear part of my glasses like push against the back of my, like the sides of my head. There's a little bit of this, which would go back to normal if I suddenly just stopped wearing glasses. But then, oops, this is the wrong thing. Someone photoshopped it, as you do on Twitch, to make it like a collapsed skull. So this is the Uncle Grandpa. This is the lore. He's got gamer crease in his head. Jord is great, but he did overfocus on the cat stuff. I try not to do that. I haven't watched his latest one. And in all honesty, I probably won't keep up because I don't want to like accidentally steal his style or whatever. In general, I try to avoid analysis videos of Steven Universe while I've been making Gemology. I've watched a few, but I try to have as many like original opinions and original points as possible without, and try not to like accidentally plagiarize stuff. But I make it a point to not like go too overboard on the over-analysis. It is overanalyzing. Mine isn't overanalyzing. Mine is just analyzing. And I like to talk about background stuff, but if I'm getting to the point where I'm making stuff up, then I've gone too far. Back when he was Brother Pa, he was a gamer. He's still a gamer. He played fucking knockoff Smash Bros in this episode. Where's knockoff Smash Bros? And he got his ass kicked by Steven as Froppy, not Froppy. That's My Hero Academia as Hopper. He's a gamer. They're both gamers. Uncle Game Grandpa. That was really forced. Not the secrets chest. I don't know what the secrets chest is. Is that an Uncle Grandpa thing? The secrets chest? Because this is not the rose quartz lion dimension chest. This is an Uncle Grandpa van RV chest. Also, he's fucking grilling with charcoal inside the RV. You're gonna poison, you're gonna fucking fill this thing with carbon monoxide doing that. Uncle Game Boy? Oh, chat room. I get my YouTube money tomorrow. I'm tempted to go just fucking buy a Game Boy. Like classic, like a Brick Boy. Or, alternatively, get one of these. And not only spend like $100 on a actual Game Boy, but one of these guys, an analog. That's not right. This thing, Analog Pocket, which has adapters for like all sorts of handhelds. These things are fucking cool. I really have been wanting one of these for a while. Don't spend it all in one place. I probably will save most of it. Yeah, these things are fucking neat. And you put, like, the actual cartridges in. Game Boy Advance SP. Is that the flippy one? Is that the one that flips open? I don't know. The Analog Pocket looks cool to me. Analog also made a Nintendo 64 device that apparently it doesn't live up to their advertising. It's the flippy one, okay. I've only ever played on a original Game Boy Advance. Little purple kind, you know? The Nintendo 64 thing is terrible. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I'm not, like, into retro shit yet. They lied about 80% of it. Did you watch the same K's video? That he went through, like, all of the fact that it's just emulation. It's not actually, like, running. It takes forever to boot up, and then it gets certain things wrong. K's Emmanuel. That's, yeah, same guy. I watched that video. I like that guy. I'm excited for his fucking weird Mario, his own, like, Mario game. Return to Yoshi's Island. That's the fucking dev. Watching the dev process is really cool about that. Okay, this is the other thing I wanted to get it for. So I am putting a lot of effort into starting a Let's Play channel. You know, I'm taking a lot of risk doing this because I'm putting a lot of money into, like, finishing my basement and then making a dedicated room for this, for recording. And, I would want to get this if I wanted to play, like, for Let's Play style stuff, to play fucking Game Boy Advance games. Or whatever. Xbox 360 is going to be retro soon. Isn't Xbox 360, like, nearly 20 years old at this point? Finish Gemology first? No way, dude. I want to do other things. Finish Gemology. That's going to take me, like, 6 years to finish Gemology, especially if Lars of the Stars comes out before then. I have other interests. It's my idea is like an Oni Plays Game Grumps style fucking channel. Gemology's not gonna stop. Gemology, in all honesty, is it's a like I could, if I planned it out from the start, I could run like a second channel. Xbox 360 will be 20 years old in a few days. That is kind of crazy. A cheapo handheld game thing that had basically a bunch of game ROMs from different systems. I've heard of those that are like borderline pirate, borderline piracy, but like officially sold in like Kmart. I remember those. What was I gonna say? Yeah, about 100 episodes left. That's about 3 years. And then there's Future, and then, well, then there's the movie, and then Future, and then Lars of the Stars, whenever that comes out. There's gonna be Lars of the Stars Future. I don't think that. I think Lars of the Stars, at least I'm hoping. We don't know yet. I'm hoping it's going to be more than just like the 20 episodes that Steven Universe Future got. Because Steven Universe Future disappointed me with how short it was. Anyway, the Let's Play channel is my secondary project. I don't know. I'm in a rhythm. I'm in a good enough rhythm with Gemology that I feel like I could do. Because I was able to do the Silent Witch video. I have another video in the works right now that I'm going to try to get out. I'm going to work on a lot during my break from work. And try to get that out maybe by the end of the year. I don't know. Other sort of cool project ideas, and this one, it's not even just going to be me because I have another friend who wanted to do it with me. Modern day shows on streaming are usually like 8 to 10 episodes per season and are 22 minutes. Dude, 22-minute Lars of the Stars would go hard. I think that's another thing to add to my Lars of the Stars wish list. Because I don't know, just having like an A plot B plot style like longer episode would be nice. Are you watching Pluribus? I've only heard the name Pluribus. I don't know anything about it. You know what I know about Pluribus is that there was a Reddit moderator that like crashed out and fucking went insane on the on the Pluribus subreddit. Lars says fuck. They said shit in Fiona and Cake, and I was like, oh neat. I hope they can pull off like a kind of more teenage targeted show like Fiona and Cake. Teenage young adult target. Vince Gilligan at it again? Dude, if you just said Vince Gilligan and now I need to know. Now that I know it's tied to him, I gotta fucking watch it. So if this episode isn't canon, then the Lars and Sadie ship getting sunk, going down is not canon as well. I need Pad Paracha to say fuck. That would go hard. Lars of the Stars wish list. I gotta fucking I gotta write up a Lars of the Stars wish list. Probably not make a video out of it. I'll probably just post it on my website. Written by Vivzy Pop. Didn't Vivzy Pop, like, talk shit about Rebecca Sugar for years? Lars of the Stars bingo card. Well, Bingo Bongo is gonna be the free space in the center. No, we're gonna do... You know what we're gonna do? Instead of a bingo card, I'm gonna take the Charborg route and do a Bingor card. Do you guys know about Bingor? I don't know. Bingor would revolutionize bingo. Like, bingo, you only have 5 rows and 5 columns, but Bingor... You get, like, a whole new dimension of fucking... You get a whole new dimension, is what I'm saying. Know nothing about Vivzy Pop. I just have friends who are, like, really into internet drama and keeping up with that, so I could probably just DM them on Discord right now and find out all about that, but I think ignorance is bliss in this case. Rhodonite will swear in the middle of a panic attack. She'll say shit for sure. If they can get a more mature rating, then they're gonna have Rhodonite say shit, 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 you know? I can picture Rhodonite saying that. Someone said this is a What's the animal agency from fucking Phineas and Ferb with the funny hat? They gave the dolphin a hat. I sometimes have a favorite line in the videos that I make. And my favorite line from this episode when I made this is when I said, they gave this dolphin a hat. Hilarious. That was my favorite to record. Organization without a cool acronym. Yeah. Can someone request Rhodonite's VA to redo her line from Change Your Mind and say we're fucked? If if someone can get her to do that at like a panel, that would be awesome. Where cracked is one of the best jokes in the series. Is that a joke, though? I don't know. I don't find it very funny. If she said we're fucked, I think it would be like way funnier. Or if she said we're boned, that would be a Futurama reference. Well, we're boned. You know, Bender? I can't do a Bender impression. John DiMaggio is too difficult to replicate. I should have used this fucking frame for this thumbnail. Steven getting shot. Do your worst possible Bender impression. Bad impressions. I don't want to embarrass myself on the internet in front of thousands of people. Because we got thousands of people watching live right now. I don't think Rhodonite knows what bones are. Do you think there could be like a bone gem? Because there's like, people wear like little bones as jewels, right? Like polished, cleaned and polished. Do Michael Richards? I don't know who that is. 27,000 people are watching. I can't embarrass myself. Steven in front of a giant ray gun would be a great meme image. Then I'm going to screenshot this right now and then save it. Image, save as... Because you could just like put... You could just put text over this and then just me and then like a hot shower or something. I don't fucking know. It says 27 people for me. It's 27,000. What are you talking about? I'm just saving this as Steven getting shot.png. I will post that on Discord later. There's an issue with your graphics card, yeah. It's not rendering the extra zeros. Why is he so stern? That's the problem with the new 3090. Been thinking about a graphics card upgrade, even though I just got a graphics card. It was a graphics card side grade because I had an NVIDIA card and then I opted to get an AMD card that was on par with my one that I've been using. So it has the exact same performance, but it's AMD instead of Nvidia. But buying graphics card these days is really bad because of the fucking RAM things. He's too stern. Oh, another pearl face. Alright, chat room. We're getting up to that 2-hour mark. I still got a lot of energy on me, so I'm probably gonna use it for the rest of the night to play video games. I just want to prepare people for the fact that I will be ending stream in a few minutes. Not right this second, but in a few minutes. The AI... Why can't the AI bubble pop really soon? I feel like when it gets to the point where you can spin up when it gets really easy to locally run an AI, then the whole bubble will pop. Which it is pretty easy to spin one up locally. I did about a year ago, I had a Discord bot that was running on... It was an AI Discord bot. It was pretty fun. It was neat. But I couldn't run it all the time because I still wanted to, like, play video games. So I needed my graphics card back. It was cool. It was like... I tried to make it like this like, person. It was neat. Radions from 7,000 forwards are okay-ish at rendering. What do I have? What is on my... Alright, chat, we're doing Linux. We're talking about Linux. It's that part of the stream. I talked about D&D, now it's time to talk about Linux. Here's my Neo fetch. It's a fucking AMD W5700. It's kind of old. Same generation as my previous my previous Nvidia card. Distro talk. I'm not even talking about distro. This is just fucking Debian 12. There's my specs if you guys care. I'm also using these candy icons, which are cool. You can see I have Steam and Thunderbird running. All these are the candy icons. Also, my computers. I name my computers after prehistoric animals. So all the computers that I've had previously are different. I had like a megalodon and a fucking saber tooth. And oh, what was the other one? Megatherium. Merry Christmas, cuz. Cuz, are you going to be at the New Year's thing? Because I'm going to the New Year's thing that... I don't know, RTX 2060. It's really good video rendering. So I'm keeping it because NVENC is seriously cracked. I found no difference between... Because I had the exact same card, actually. 2060. And when I switched over to this one, I saw no difference in rendering. Quite possibly. Good to hear. I will be there. And I'll be bringing games. And possibly instruments. NVENC doesn't really have anything to do with how big the files are. That's more about bitrate. Because NVENC and H.265 are like the same thing. Or H.264, I don't know. Or what's the other one? I don't know. It's a codec. What the hell? I don't even know what I'm using right now. I remember having issues with part of the reason I got this graphics card was for what do you call it? Because of OBS. Like OBS on Linux and did not play well with an NVIDIA card for encoding. So here I am with my... Why is Pearl spitting? God, like, Jesus. OBS calls it NVENC new. Insert Linus Torvalds quote about NVIDIA here. It's not even a quote. It's just him flipping them off. I don't know why they're such fucking prudes about releasing drivers, open source drivers. They released old open source drivers for fucking old cards like the 1080 and before. But no fucking modern drivers? That's bullshit. NVIDIA is a shit company, but God, do they make some good products. That's like Apple, too. Apple makes good products, I think. But their company is shit. Then you got companies like Microsoft where they make a shit product and the company is shit. So I have like no respect. It's like every company ever. Windows 11 moment. Yeah, that's what you get for having 30% of your code base be generated by AI. Listen, at work, I don't have a computer at work because I'm not a teacher. I don't necessarily need one most of the time. But I do like to help out when I can and I get to use their computers. So all the teachers did end up getting new computers because Windows 11 and stuff. And they got these new ThinkPads, which are really nice. They're really nice ThinkPads. And I got on it and I realized that I have never used Windows 11 before and I had no fucking idea what I was doing when I was trying to like fix a printer or whatever. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That I've never used Windows 11 until recently. And I'll say it this, after using Debian for 2 years at this point, almost 2 years, I can't stand it. It's impossible to use. Linux is so much easier. Load Linux onto them, dude. If I got my fucking hands on one of those laptops, it would instantly be loaded with like Arch Linux or Debian or something, because that would make those computers last forever. ThinkPads are practically indestructible. They're like the Nokias of laptops. I have an old ThinkPad that was from like 12 years ago. ThinkPads are perfect, yes. There's also ThinkBooks that I really want one of these because it's like a little Chromebook, but it's it doesn't run Chrome OS. ThinkBook. I had a friend who had one of these and it was really nice looking. Let me see a picture. This is like the size of a Chromebook. and it would fit in a backpack. That's ideal what I would want to do with it, because I have a laptop and it's just too huge. Linux sounds crazy. It's not crazy. You just download Linux Mint and it's like practically Windows. It's so easy. Linux Mint is specifically. That looks like a Chromebook. That's the idea, but it's I think they come preloaded with Windows, but you can load whatever you want on them. That is my ideal laptop for the future, though. Anyway, chat. I think I've been listening to Skyrim music all the time. I think I'm gonna go back to playing more Skyrim in a little bit. Yeah, installing Windows and getting rid of all the spyware is more complicated than installing Linux and using Linux. Play Morrowind instead. I don't even own Morrowind. Wait, do I own Morrowind? I don't own Morrowind, do I? No. I have to look sometimes. Like, I forget what games I own. No, I'm playing Skyrim. I like Skyrim. Someday I'll play Oblivion. I don't know if I'll ever play Morrowind. I'm just here listening. I can't even program the Hello World thing. It's if you're using Python, it's easy. Here tutorial, Python tutorial, Python 3. Print Hello World. That's it. There you go. Coding tutorials from Source Master. It's me. I'm doing source code. Look at me. I'm fucking, yeah. Python, it's easy. Anyway, chat room. Print. Good morning. And then print. Stream is over. And then I can exit. Wait. Exit is a function, so I exit. Exit is a function, so you have to have parentheses. Okay. That's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out while I do a slow locomotive. Okay.